The heart and soul of Central Florida. The views and opinions of the following program is not necessarily those of WOKB, staff, and management of Unity Broadcasting.
Welcome to RealEstateCentralFlorida.com with Harry and Jaslyn Bing of Bing Home Advisory Group and your home sold guaranteed realty, your radio realtor.
Good morning, Central Florida. This is Jaslyn Bing of the Bing Home Advisory Group, where we are home of the Guaranteed Sale Program, and that is where we will sell your home at a price 100% acceptable to you, or we will buy it or even pay the difference in cash. Good morning, Glenn. How are you?
Hey, Jaslyn. How you feeling this morning?
Good. Need some Starbucks.
I like that. The honesty is good.
I know,
right? Listen, what is going on with interest rates and how are interest rates affecting buyers?
Yes. As you know, there's a lot of talk about interest rates, and I believe it was either yesterday or day before, Feds raised rates again. You know, they're doing that to help combat inflation. So what I tell people that are concerned about interest rates, and everyone has the right to be concerned. It does affect your mortgage payment for those that are still on the hunt for homes. It can affect it will affect your mortgage payments. For those already with mortgages, you're locked in. You're good to go. For those that are searching, I have clients, that are looking right now. They were, some of them were at the absolute max of their budget. Well, this has affected them. This has decreased their budget some. So what I tell people is to stay knowledgeable. With our lenders, they're updating us daily on interest rates. For our clients that are pushing that max and that rate is affecting us, they're letting us know immediately. And that is so important as we're hunting for homes, because things are constantly changing. I tell people it's important to know your numbers up front before you start looking. So when we go to get our clients pre-approved, we actually have all of our lenders do worksheets for our clients. So they're going to know how much money they're going to need up front for the down payment, closing costs, what their monthly payment is estimated to be. You want to know your numbers. You don't want to go looking for homes, then find the home and, I don't want that payment, because of course you want something reasonable that you're able to afford. Now, guys, interest rates, of course, they have gone up, but it's nothing I would be scared about. What I tell people, the most important thing is that you have housing. So whether rates go up, down, prices go up or down, one thing's for certain, and you have to pay to live somewhere. That's not going to change. Everyone has to pay to live somewhere. So you can either continue paying rent or you can pay your mortgage. We have to remember, when it comes to interest rates, if they go back down, no one can predict the future, you can always refinance. You can't get that time back if you're continuing paying rent. So if you find something that is comfortable for you, affordable for you, don't be mad at the interest rate. Get the home because it's comfortable and affordable to you. Don't push your budget. Don't blow your budget. Don't go too high to where you're not having to cut out too many things, cut the kids' baseballs and basketballs and trying to save money. You don't want to be house poor. That's what we call it. And that's something we preach to our clients. You do not want to be house poor. But at the end of the day, you will still have to pay to live somewhere. So housing is still important. And another thing we're preaching to people, we're seeing a lot more ARMs come out, and that's adjustable rate mortgages, ARMs. Guys, that is something that you have to be very cautious of. You're going to have a lot of lenders now to combat the buyers that are, rates are too high, I'll wait till they go back down. They're going to say, okay, well, you can get an adjustable rate mortgage. That may not, I'm not going to tell what's good and what's not for someone, but that may not be the best option, because you also have to consider if rates go up, so can yours. If they go down, yours will, but it's going to kind of mimic the market. So that's something you want to be very, very cautious of. Thoroughly do your research before accepting a mortgage or, taking out a loan on a home. You want to know what you're doing when you're purchasing your home. Again, you don't want to be house poor. So it's important that you are doing your due diligence by hiring a team of experts, aka Bing Home Advisory Group, to help you during this process. We hold your hand during this process. We walk you through it, from the financing to the inspections to the appraisals to getting your insurance. we hold our clients' hands. We know it's a big thing for you. It can be scary purchasing a home. It's the biggest purchase of your life until you go to buy your next house. So we're here to hold your hand through it. If you have any questions, give me a call, 407-906-8886, 407-906-8886.
Jazz, I've been seeing a lot of news that buyers are now having more success as compared to the prior months when there was a lot of competition.
So the market is correcting, is what we like to call it. The market is now correcting. So, this time last year, towards end of what year are we in? 22. Towards end of 2020, the market was hot. It was on fire. You had all the people from California moving here, New York, just all over were moving here for political reasons when COVID was, running rampant through our country. So now that has tended to slow down a little bit. Buying power for some people has tended to slow down. Interest rates, increasing has people like, okay, hold on. Let me take a look. Let's see what's going on. It has some people scared. So those that are still buying because they understand they still got to pay to live somewhere. Why not pay your own mortgage versus someone else's? They're having a lot more success in this market right now. I just got a client under contract. We got $30,000 off the list price. That home, it needs just a little bit of work in there, but we're able to start negotiating more now. We're seeing less multiple offers on homes. This time last year, you'd be seeing 8, 9 multiple offers. 3 of them were all cash, 2-week closing. We're not really seeing that too much more. Especially for homes that are priced above that fixer-upper price point. Fixer-upper price point is right around $200 and down. For these first-time home buyer homes, they're still having the most competition of them all. If you're in that $200 to kind of $350 range, because that's the most affordable range, they're still having a lot of competition. But for the most part, we're starting able to get seller concessions again, which is something we hadn't seen in a long time.
What's a seller concession?
That's when sellers are giving you funds to help close. So typically we'll ask for 3%, and 3% will cover majority of your closing costs. So now you just cover the down payment.
And that had went away for a little bit?
Yeah, because competition was too steep. So people were saying, okay, I really want this house. So seller, I don't want that. I'll take care of it all on my own. You had people paying cash. When you buy cash, your closing costs aren't that high at all because there's no financing fee. So you're saying, okay, well, again, we'll take care of it on our own. So we're seeing a lot more room for buyers to come in, negotiate repairs, negotiate the price down depending on the home. And what's correcting, I don't want people to think that the market is just dropping, that prices are dropping. And although we are seeing decreases in home prices, what's going on is that these sellers that have been overpricing their homes, especially the ones in the last couple months, they got their friends and family that told them last year, oh yeah, I had all these offers, my home sold for this price, I got cash, people were coming in and out, I had an open house, the line was out the door. They're still thinking that that's the reality, and that's not, okay? Things have slowed down. So what your cousin was able to do last year may not be the case for you this year. So these sellers that are coming in, right now, pricing their homes too high to where that's not the value. I had a client, the same one I just got the price reduction on, was looking at another home that was priced about $30,000 over. And the seller was like, oh, well, just submit and, we'll see what happens. No, she passed. And it was a beautiful home. She passed on that home. Let me say that. So sellers, just for an example, that owner missed out on this buyer just because they were being greedy. And so all that's going to happen, guess what they did this week? Price reduction on the MLS. So again, we're not seeing, prices aren't just dropping. We're seeing prices being corrected. These greedy sellers are learning their lessons the hard way. People are no longer paying overvalue for homes, giving cash overvalues. We're not seeing that anymore. So sellers, if you are looking to sell your home, if you want it done right, if you want the truth, if you want to get the maximum money, give us a call. One thing we always tell people is if you price too high and that house sits, people are going to think something's wrong with it. And you're actually going to end up getting less for that home versus if you price it right the first time. price it right the first time, you're now able to drive up competition because people can say, wow, this is a great priced home. This is what we're looking for. And now you're able to drive up competition instead of people looking at it and saying, oh, they're crazy, and just moving on. We're seeing inventory increase. Again, that's due to interest rates coming up a little bit. So there are less buyers in the market right now. You know, more sellers are saying, okay, now's the time to sell. For those that wanted to get the maximum value out of their sale, they're saying, okay, now's the time. You have people that are having life-changing things going on. You know, COVID really kind of made people sit down. During COVID, everybody was inside their homes, working from homes, you know, weren't traveling, wasn't doing anything. So now people are back out and moving around. People are back out saying, okay, you know, we want to move to this state. We want to go be with family, XYZ, new jobs, whatever it may be. So we're seeing a lot more inventory come on the market. So guys, it is still a great time to buy. It's always a great time to buy. If you can afford the home, if you are comfortable with that mortgage payment, okay? It's only bad buying a home if you're going to be house poor when you do it. That's when it's a bad decision. If you're going to be house poor, that's when it's a bad decision. But if you're able to comfortably afford that home, it makes more sense to pay on your own mortgage versus someone else. Because I don't care where you live, you're paying a mortgage.
Jazz, the only thing better than new car smell is new home smell.
Oh, yeah.
What's up with new construction?
Well, okay, just like I was talking about inventory. So as we all know, for those that were looking in the market, you know, the past 2 years, these builders had it made. They actually had people bidding on lots. Okay, bidding on lots. Now, the tables have turned, okay? They were doing excessive building during those times. So now, a lot of builders have tons of inventory. They've caught up with the inventory that's needed right now, okay? Guys, I have a builder, I have a client. I got her $35,000 from the builder, and that's flex cash. She was able to use that on the lot, use that on some structural options. She still has money left over for when we go to the design center, when she's picking out her cabinets and her flooring and her handles, her fixtures. She still has money left over, and they're paying closing costs. That is almost $50,000. $50,000 that this builder is giving my client. I found this builder and they are amazing. This is an amazing builder, a great quality products. You're really able to customize your home. Guys, we have a list of builders giving everything from $5,000 to buying down the interest rate up to this $50,000 that I was able to get for this client. If you want to learn more about new construction, give us a call, 407-906-8886. Hey, for those that are interested in home health care, we have a home coming up on the market. It's the 4-bed, 2-bath, 2,200 square feet. It's located in Rosemont. It is already permitted. There's actually already owned by someone that's doing home health care right now. So it's already fixed up and ready to go. If you're interested in home health care, looking for someone or somewhere to do this, give us a call. This home, it is still off the market right now. 407-906-8886, 407-906-8886. You all have a blessed weekend. Stay safe.
Each and every Friday at 7:45, get on the road to home ownership. RealEstateCentralFlorida.com. She's Jaslyn Being of the Being Home Advisory Group with your home sold guaranteed realty, your radio realtor. Jazz will be here in the studio for a little bit. Somebody's already calling. 407-894-1680, 407-894-1680. Join us again next week for RealEstateCentralFlorida.com with Harry and Jaslyn Being of Being Home Advisory Group and your home sold guaranteed realty, your radio realtor. They can be reached at 407-654-2626, 407-654-2626.